5, 6, 7, 8.
Thank you for joining us, Kaci. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited or nervous or confident are you in the selection?
Honestly, excited, very. Being around Black excellence, being around my fellow sisters, even though we just met, it really seems like a sisterhood and everyone's supportive of each other's campaigns, and we're really just here to support each other and make sure everyone thrives regardless. So I'm excited.
Love that. So, why did you choose to run for Miss Freshman as opposed to like the president?
So I chose to run for Miss Freshman because I feel like a natural born leader. People have told me that I lead very well, and recently I was crowned, senior year, I was crowned Miss Top Teen of America Houston chapter for exceeding my service hour goals. So I feel like being Miss Freshman, I'll be able to lead the freshman class and making sure all of our goals are met, service hours are met, all of that, as well as just getting everyone acquainted with one another. I know we're from everywhere around the U.S. and different cultures, coming together, maybe a little off at first, but I want everyone to be a big happy family, make sure everyone gets acquainted with one another as soon as possible so we can just thrive and get to graduation.
Well, congratulations, Miss Teen.
Thank you.
How have your previous leaderships, how do you think they prepared you for this role?
So, along with being crowned Miss Top Teen, of course, I was also the first ever president of the NCNW Barbara Jordan Houston Youth Section. So, a little bit of background. Of course, people know what NCNW is, but that was the first youth section that they established in Houston. So, I took it upon myself to be the president of that organization because I felt like I would be able to lead effectively and accordingly just let my organization thrive with me, and I like to support no matter what. I knew it was my first time, and of course I make mistakes, I'm human, but knowing that everyone thrived with or without any mistakes was a great thing. I feel like that role specifically, it prepared me to, I guess, go into college, I would say. I knew I wanted to be Miss Freshman from last summer, and I knew what I wanted to do. When I got on Fisk campus, I want to be involved as well. So even if I don't get it, I know that I'll support whoever does and support their ideas, give them ideas if they want, and just, make sure everyone thrives.
As Miss Freshman, how would you help the other student organizations, or how would you just communicate with them in general?
So I'm really big on communication when I am in a leadership role. Even if I'm not, I'm still big on communicating with the, I guess, not higher power, but the higher leader. I would like to incorporate events that are freshman friendly, I would say. I know it could be intimidating since we are in our first year of college and the upperclassmen, have already established their roles and their college careers. So freshman friendly events, making sure, like I said, everyone gets acquainted. And also one thing I do want to do, I want to make sure every freshman has a senior mentor, even if they are in a leadership role. Even if they're not, I want to make sure everyone has some type of communication with either an upperclassman or a senior if we have, because I know we're the biggest class, if we have enough. So I feel like that mentorship will really help us get from our freshman years and kind of get more comfortable with the school. So.
I know you just mentioned what you want to see, but if you are elected, how do you imagine the rest of the year would follow?
The rest of the years after that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I am elected, prayerfully, I'll be able to use my platform, and of course y'all be hearing it all the time, but seal the deal. So deal means, the D in deal means determining our futures. So like I said it in my speech, we are the makers of our own deals. We seal our deals, we negotiate our deals, and we do our deals. So basically that means advocating for yourself, doing what you need to do in order to get to your goal and reach your goals. And the E is establishing relationships with alumni. And alumni are one of the main reasons why Fisk is very successful along with their students. So getting a good relationship with alumni, even if you don't know, they have a lot of alumni, especially I'm from Houston. They have a lot of alumni in Houston. So they had like a lot of them like contacting me and my fellow Houstonians, making sure we were okay, we got to this safe. And I feel like that relationship from an alumni is very welcoming, and they can also get you to where you want to go in your future for your career. If you want to go to grad school, like they can really definitely get you that connection. And A is being an attentive scholar and service leader. So of course we need service hours for our graduation requirement, but even if we don't like meet that, we want everybody to meet that. But just being out and serving your community is a very great thing to do. I've been an advocate for community service for a while now, and I think it's really good to just have that in your spirit and making sure everyone follows behind you as well. And of course, being a leader in your classroom as well, making sure your grades are good, that GPA is staying at a 4.0 from now on to senior year. And then the last thing is lead with excellence. As a class, we are the biggest and the best, like I did say in my speech, and we need to show that. If we are the biggest, we need to make the biggest impact on the university as well. So I feel like going with that and being a leader is just ties together, make sure everyone thrives.
How do you plan on working with the upperclassmen that are already on the Royal Court?
So I see Royal Court as a big mentorship. Even though if I do get Miss Freshman, I want to make sure that I'm learning first before I put my ideas out there. And when they do ask, of course, I will come to you all as a class, because y'all are the class. We have to stick together no matter what. But I feel like I will definitely learn a lot from being on Royal Court, mentorship-wise, from Miss Sophomore, Miss Junior, Miss Senior, and Miss Fisk especially. Since we are going to be ambassadors of the school, it's really a big mentorship, just learning, listening, making sure I take every note possible, and then once I step up to the next level, I'll be prepared for whatever.
All right. Well, one final question: who would you vote, besides yourself, of course? Who would you vote for as our Miss Freshman?
Honestly, that's really hard because everyone has done such a great job in campaigning. I think personally, I would vote for Zoe. Zoe's my girl. Zoe, everyone's my girl, but like Zoe, she's been eating. Like she's very outgoing. She brings the fun into the, serious. Like no one wants to be too serious, but she makes it and she brightens up a room. She definitely does. So I definitely say I would vote for Zoe to be our next Miss Freshman.
Right. I just started one more. Would you have any specific qualities you want to see in Miss Freshman, or any words of advice for your fellow candidates?
Personally, communication, like I said, is a big thing. Just standing up for the class and making sure you're an advocate for the class. I know that is a very big part of being Miss Freshman, and also working with the executive board, so the president, VP, secretary, all of the leadership roles, making sure everyone's all on one page, and also listening to the class. And I know everyone stated that they want to have like different events for the class, but listening to the needs and the wants of the class to make sure everything goes smoothly, and making sure everyone's voice is heard. Definitely.
All right. Well, that's all the questions we have for you today, Kaci. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
5, 6, 7, 8. Dance with me in my backyard.